Have you ever wondered why some people easily trust others while some struggle to trust anyone? Why teenagers often feel confused about who they really are? Or why some adults suddenly feel lost even though they already have a stable job, family, or successful life? Well, according to Eric Erickson, these struggles are actually normal parts of human development. Because from the moment we are born until we grow old, we continuously go through psychological conflicts that shape our personality, emotions, behavior, relationships, and identity. Hello, everyone. I'm Jess, and welcome to our educational discussion about Eric Erickson's psychosocial development theory. In this video, we will explore the 8 stages of psychosocial development, the conflicts experienced in every stage of life, the virtues developed, and the possible maladaptations and malignancies that may happen when balance is not achieved. So, if you want to better understand yourself and the people around you, then keep watching. Eric Erickson believed that human development continues throughout our entire life. According to his theory, every person goes through 8 stages of psychosocial development, and each stage contains a conflict or challenge that must be resolved. Now, here's something very important in Erickson's theory. Human development is all about balance. Hindi pwedeng sobra sa positive side, hindi pwedeng puro negative side naman. Kapag sobra ang positive side, it can lead to what Erickson called maladaptation. Kapag naman sobra ang negative side, it may lead to malignancy. But if balance is achieved, we develop positive virtues that help us become emotionally healthy individuals. Now let's try to discuss the different stages of psychosocial development. Let us now begin with the first stage, which is trust versus mistrust. This stage happened from birth up to 18 months. At this point, babies are completely dependent on caregivers for food, comfort, love, warmth, and protection. So the baby unconsciously asks, can I trust the world around me? If caregivers consistently provide love and care, the child develops trust. Halimbawa, kapag umiiyak ang baby at agad siyang kino-comfort at pinapakain, natututunan niyang safe ang mundo at may taong tutulong sa kanya. But if caregivers are neglectful or inconsistent, mistrust develops. This may lead to anxiety, fear, and difficulty trusting others later in life. Too much trust leads to sensory maladjustment, where a person becomes overly trusting or gullible. Too much mistrust naman leads to withdrawal, where a person isolates emotionally and avoids relationship. So, the balance here is learning to trust others while still being aware that not everyone is safe. So, when balance is achieved, the virtue developed is hope. Hope develops when caregivers provide consistent support while allowing small frustrations and challenges. The child learns even when life is difficult, someone will help me. Okay? Next, second stage, the autonomy versus shame and doubt. 18 months to 3 years. During this stage naman, children begin discovering independence. Natututo silang maglakad, kumain mag-isa, magbihis, at gumawa ng simple decisions. The child asks, can I do things on my own? For example, a child wants to wear shoes independently. Supportive parents allow the child to try, even if it takes time. This builds autonomy and confidence. But if adults constantly criticize or shame the child, shame and doubt develop. Too much autonomy leads to impulsiveness, where the person acts without thinking. Too much shame and doubt naman leads to compulsiveness, where the person becomes afraid of mistakes and obsessed with perfection. So the balance is freedom with guidance. So children should be allowed to explore while still being guided. The virtue developed here is will. The child learns I can make choices and be responsible for them. Next stage, we have initiative versus guilt, 3 to 5 years. At this stage, children become naturally curious and imaginative. They ask many questions like why and what is this, and begin to initiate games and activities. The question is it okay for me to take initiative? For example, a child pretends to be a teacher and leads classmates during play. This develops leadership and confidence. But if constantly criticized, the child develops guilt. Too much initiative leads to ruthlessness, where a person ignores others just to achieve goals. Too much guilt naman leads to inhibition, where a person becomes afraid to try new things. So the balance is simply allowing exploration while teaching empathy and responsibility. The virtue developed here is purpose. And the child learns it is okay to try, create, and take initiative in life. Okay, let's go naman to the stage 4. Industry versus inferiority, 5 to 12 years. This is the school age stage. Children focus on academics, skills, and social approval. The question is, am I capable? A student who studies and receives encouragement develops industry and confidence. But repeated criticisms may lead to inferiority. Too much industry leads to narrow virtuosity, where a child is pressured into only one skill. Too much inferiority naman leads to inertia, where a person stops trying altogether. So the balance is learning effort and accepting failure as part of growth. So the virtue developed here is competence. The child learns, I can learn and improve through effort. Okay? Now let's go to stage 5. The identity versus role confusion. 12 to 18 years. This is now the climax part. This is adolescence. Teenagers experience physical, emotional, and social changes. The question is, who am I? They explore beliefs, interests, relationships, and goals. Successful development leads to identity. Failure leads to confusion. Too much identity leads to what we call fanatism, where a person refuses to accept other perspectives. Too much confusion naman leads to repudiation, where a person rejects identity and society. So the balance is exploration with guidance. The virtue developed here is fidelity. The teenager learns I know who I am while respecting others. Okay? Next stage is intimacy versus isolation, 18 to 40 years. Young adults focus on relationship naman na. The question is, can I love and commit? Healthy relationships develop intimacy. But fear of rejection leads to isolation. Too much intimacy leads to promiscuity, where relationships lack depth. Too much isolation naman leads to exclusion, where a person avoids emotional connection. So we need to balance it. The balance is connection with healthy boundaries. The virtue developed here is love. The person learns I can form meaningful relationships. Okay? Next stage, we have generativity versus stagnation. Nasa stage 7 tayo. 40 to 65 years. Adults focus on contribution and legacy naman. So the question is, what can I contribute to the world? Helping others leads to generativity, but feeling unproductive leads to stagnation. Too much generativity leads to overextension, where a person burns out. Too much stagnation naman leads to rejectivity, where a person disconnects from society. So, the balance is helping others while caring for oneself. So, the virtue developed here is care. The person learns my life can can positively impact others. Now let's go to the last stage, integrity versus despair, 65 and above. This is the final stage of life. People reflect on their life experiences. The question is, did I live a meaningful life? Acceptance leads to integrity. Regret leads to despair. So, too much integrity will lead to or leads to presumption where a person becomes self-righteous. Too much despair naman leads to disdain where life is seen negatively. So the balance is accepting both success and failure. The virtue developed here is wisdom. The person learns my life was meaningful despite imperfections. And that is Erik Erikson's psychosocial development theory. This theory teaches us that life is continuous journey of growth, learning, struggle, and self-discovery. Every stage has challenges, but these challenges shape who we become. Most importantly, Erikson reminds us that development is not about perfection. It is about balance. Because too much positivity can become harmful and too much negativity can stop growth completely. As long as we live, we continue learning, changing, growing, and discovering ourselves. And before we end this video, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. As you listen to each stage of Erickson's theory, maybe you saw yourself in one stage or even in several stages. Now ask yourself honestly, in your current stage of life, are you experiencing balance or are you leaning too much toward fear, doubt, confusion, or pressure? Maybe you are still building confidence and competence. Maybe you are searching for your identity. Maybe you are trying to build meaningful relationships. Or maybe you are already reflecting on your life and thinking about your legacy. Wherever you are right now, remember this. You are not stuck. You are developing. Erickson's theory reminds us that growth is continuous. Hindi natatapos ang development sa isang stage lang. Every experience, success or failure, joy or pain, has meaning in shaping who you are becoming. So instead of only asking, am I successful? Try also asking, what am I learning from this stage of my life? What kind of person am I becoming? And how can I find balance in my current struggles? Because in the end, the goal is not perfection. The goal is balance. The goal is growth. The goal is becoming a whole and meaningful person. And maybe everything you're going through right now is not a mistake, but part of your development. Take a moment, breathe, and reflect on your life journey. Thank you for watching, and I hope this lesson helps you not only academically but personally as well.